Let's check to see if the mic is working. Mic check. Yeah, it's working. We got some music playing, so we're good there. Still got the counter going. I was going to take it down. I was going to actually make an art cue. This. Let's post this. Woohoo, excellent. We are excellent condition. Oh, thank you for stopping by. So if something happens to chat, I can see it. I did something a little different than what normal Dakimakuras have. And that's, let me put an arrow. That's, the seam line goes right down here. That's the seam line. Might even include that, a little bit of that. But the seam line goes right down here. That's the fold of the pillow. These are actually very close together. You can even see on this side. So what I did was, instead of making it basically two pictures on either side of the pillow, it's really just one picture. It's two. In this case, it's Kuso. So it's two Kusos doing the back and the front. And when it's put together, it actually looks like it belongs. So there's not going to be a picture seam or a color shift, a seam line at all between the two sides. And that even goes, you can see that this has this, and I'm going to do, well, the bottom is just going to be a regular almost empty thing. I might put some creases and some shadowing in it. And it is what it is. One second. Made dinner before I started the stream, so just want to make sure I turned all of the ovens and everything off. I'm overwhelmed, happy, frustrated, everything. Pretty much everything. It's been a tough pill to swallow that I'm going to be doing this job of mine for a very long time. Did I do the... No, I didn't see. I didn't even finish the feet. You could see that I kind of gave up on it when I was drawing it. Same thing with the hands. Most of this was drawn like this. So I really couldn't get into a lot of the details. I got into the details later after I already had kind of the image and the size and where things are, because I had to draw it like this. I had to draw it like this because I was attaching the pictures, and these are extremely large files. Right now I'm at 16.7%. So they're pretty, it's pretty large. And I mean, I did do some close-up work, but for the most part, everything was done like this. And when I finally get down to here, a lot of what I'm doing is fixing the lines. You know, places where I missed, which is a lot. You can still tell I hate hands. I hate hands and I hate feet. They're going to be yeah, I'm not gonna work on them today. This is kind of like a chill. And I hang out and chill stream. So you see how this is like all bumpy and everything like that? Yeah, that whole line has just gotta go. It's gotta get turned into a smoother line. Yeah, same thing with the arm, all of it. It's going to be a very time-consuming part of this. But the way I've been drawing the Dakis has been not really winging it. It's probably that's probably the wrong word for it, but it's definitely not going in with a plan. Just an idea. And you know, no real plan, just an idea of what I wanted. And slowly. Because I really have no real plans for these, so it can take forever. They can never get done. I mean, this can really just be something that I just every now and again do a stream on. I have to admit, it did kind of hurt.
But it is, I prefer somebody to be honest with me. I prefer somebody to, to actually make it hurt than to basically either lie to me or, tell me it's wonderful and it's not to them. That hurts more when, like, the truth comes out. And I hate when they, they're already bashing my work. And then to my face, they're like all nicey because they think that the treating me with sugar is better than, giving me the honest opinion. And it's like, if you didn't like my work, why are you even asking? Obviously nobody's asking to commission me. I don't have my commissions open, but I'm not your personal artist either. I do things for YouTube. Everything is designed for the stream. It's always been that way, long before I met you guys. In fact, there's only probably about 20 people total, and that includes, no, it doesn't include Facebook, which I just recently got on because of advice. But Facebook doesn't really count. But between Discord and Twitter and Twitch and YouTube, there's only probably about 20 people total. That watched it become what it is right now. Everybody else, the thousands of people, and the less than 100, the baker's dozen in some cases. All of that, I all started with YouTube. And everything that I've done, everything, and this is where people, like, they get kind of, they forget, or they think that there's something else there, or they think there's something else there, or I'm their personal artist or writer, or I'm basically there to lift them up. And it's like somehow they forget that I was streaming long before. I was streaming long before a lot of streamers. So everything that I do, the Dakis, all the Qifications, everything like that, all get filtered right back to YouTube. If you really want to know what's going on with me, YouTube is the place. It's where I share everything. It's where all my information gets. And if somebody really wanted to commission me, YouTube would be the place to commission me. I'm friendly, but the truth is that I'm struggling, and I have a limited amount of time to be doing any of this. I can't wait. I can't be wasting it. I can't like, on your whims and stuff like that. I don't have your vision. and I don't want it. For the most part, I don't like the direction most people are going in, especially people who are on Twitch. So I mean, why would I want to help promote Twitch when it's been nothing but a freaking pain in my ass? I was going to actually make a statement about if I reach 50 followers on Twitch, that I would actually, you know, try for affiliate. Because I think I have like 30, I think I have 38 people on there right now. And you know, reaching 50, which is like the minimum threshold, doesn't seem like it would be too difficult to do. And only a handful of the people that I met through Twitch are even, you know, following me. And yeah, I think that a lot of them, you know, were following me before and they just didn't get it around to it. But I'm following them. And of all things, they're probably not following me here. And that's a very, very select elite group of very special people subscribe to me here. You are the subscribers to my YouTube page are the reason I do this. If YouTube fails, it's over. And yeah, it was definitely a really bitter pill to swallow when I had to admit that I am not a streamer. I am not. This is not, you know, this is not me. This is my hobby. I don't like the way that came out. It really, you know, look like, yeah, another line. Let's do the line first. Yeah, everything stems from this. And I'm really happy that YouTube apologized. Even if it was automated, even if, you know, and they apologized, but they still haven't made any of the corrections that they said they were going to. It's almost laughable that they're doing it that way. But truth is that, you know, I am literally at their mercy. Apology or not, I am completely at their mercy as far as my streaming is concerned. I'm definitely not going to, for like Facebook and stuff like that, even though that was the advice that the person gave me, and I was active for a little bit. It yielded nothing. I got nothing from Facebook originally when I moved over to YouTube. I had about half of my friends on Facebook. When I was saying that I was ready to, dump this whole thing, say that wherever I go, make sure that they know, make sure they have my contact information. Well, my contact information from Facebook is still there. They can still find me. And I just reopened it the other day, and actually it's been almost 2 weeks. But yeah, and I made it known for my last push on the subathon, because that was the advice. The advice said to utilize every avenue I can to promote the success of my subathon. So that's all it was for. So I really have no reason to be back on Facebook. And I freaking hate it anyway. I went from 800 friends to 107 friends now, and it's just kind of, just a huge waste of time. And I know that the person who was giving me the advice, that's the best advice that they had. I don't think that they were trying to steer me wrong. I just think it was the best advice that they had. Because when they gave me the advice, they were talking about creating a new Facebook page, and I'm not going to create it. There's no reason for that. So I think that they thought I did not have, when I said I wasn't using Facebook or I wasn't on Facebook. I forgot how I even said it. I think that they thought I just did not have Facebook at all, and I did not correct them. I got the windows open and it's rattling my door. So sorry about that. It actually kind of scared me. This is Kusa. The reason I have her picture here is for her kimono. That kimono is what you see all around. This is all kimono. From the belt to the kimono itself to the undergarments, all of it. That's the one thing that I noticed is that she has it tied in the front, and
traditionally, kimonos are tied in the back. And you can actually see, I call it a sad elephant. See if I can try to highlight it. It's right here. So I have it tied, you know, how it's traditionally tied in the back. I have it tied here in the front, and I might get rid of it. I don't know. I haven't really decided. And this isn't a decision stream. Or it could be, but I had one visitor and the visitor's already gone, so I'm not making any decisions on my own. That's not happening. Not that kind of a stream. This is, you know, relax and just chatting. Yeah, no real. Okay, everything seems to be going just fine. Yeah, so I don't know. You know, erase it, keep it. I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. definitely came out adorable, so. There is that. I wanted to try to make it seem like the arm goes and bends down. See, this arm goes up, over here, and bends out. So it doesn't look like there's this mysterious hand. Maybe it looks like somebody else's hand. I don't know. You tell me. Does that look like somebody else's hand or her hand? I might have to fix that. I don't know. I could easily just take it out of the that part of the kimono and have the whole top just hanging down and get rid of the sad elephant and the bow. Get rid of the bow in the front. Because this right here is the belt. On the other side, it's going to actually come in over here. So whether the belt's on or off doesn't make a difference. But I think that the bow is... I think the bow's too small. There is that. And it's also in the front, which, you know, I mean, like, I could be wrong. Yeah, I can't see one kimono with the... I mean, there's a tie. I see a rope. Definitely would go Japanese. Yeah, I don't have any. I think she's the only one that I've ever seen. And hers is the only kimono I think I've ever seen with the bow in the front. And I'm not mistaken it's right there, right? Yeah, see the bow is right. Can you guys see that? Just under. Pulled this right from her stream. It still scared me. But yeah, see, she's got the bow. Is it to the side? No, that's directly in the front. See, that's where it goes down. She's got a black undergarment. It's off black, very black wrap, and that bow. You know, I think I drew it too small. Yeah, I definitely drew it too small. Craziness. I love this pattern though. I love the pattern of filese kimono. gonna be very fun to do. I got her, the white band there. I think I didn't put she's got little red things. I got those, got this. Such a pretty model. I gotta just leave the door open. I'm getting a little crazy. Do that, I need to shut the windows. Yeah, I hate when I do these feet. Let's take a break. I know it's only been like a half hour, 40 minutes. Let's do I think this. Please be on. Yeah, they're good. My heart. I have talked about like going back through. It took me about 3 hours to do the giraffe pattern on her back and her legs. She also has it on her shoulders, but this is with the shirt. Shirt and the short shorts. Yeah. Yeah, you can see, I'm not happy doing toes ever.
I was actually planning on going to somebody's birthday celebration, but it was supposed to be tomorrow, and they're starting today, and I don't know. Trying to end the I'm feeling forgotten stage of this whole thing, so. And the person having the birthday, you know, kept going like, "Oh, I'm so put upon," and stuff like that, and basically all this horse shit. And yeah, where were you on my birthday? Had 152 people make comments in my birthday stream. 152. All bots. All 152. Not one person that I knew wished me happy birthday on my stream. I mean, I don't know when enough is enough. I don't know when, like, you know. How much should I be giving without anything in return? I mean, it's gotten to the point of ridiculousness. I mean, I have to admit, I'm at that point where I just don't care anymore. None of these people have ever been there. I don't care how much they tell me. I don't care how much they tell me about, you know. They're there for me. They support me. They all that bullshit. It's just bullshit. It's just talking points. I'd rather them not say those things. I'd rather not have any freaking expectations. Yeah, the whole manage my expectations type of thing, I guess, is what it is. I owe them nothing. And they owe me nothing. You know, and in turn they owe me nothing. Not a single one of them, you know, half of them complain that I freaking dropped them when I was quitting Twitch. Not a single one of them was concerned about the fact that why I was quitting Twitch, why I was so upset. Not a single one of them cared about that. All they cared about was their numbers. Their numbers is what mattered. And you know what? I don't blame people for doing that. Of course you're worried about your numbers. Guess what? I am too. And not a single one of you supports me. When I'm talking to somebody and I'm telling them how I'm doing streams, and they're like, "What? You stream?" Yeah. I had my page for 8 years. Of course I stream. And I had another page 10 years ago. It's now almost 11 years old. That still exists. Yes, I'm a streamer. Well, I'm not really a streamer. I'm faking it, but I've been at this a long time, and you're expecting me to support you, and you can't even support me. Just a little. And yeah, I don't do myself any favors at all. I own that. I definitely own that. That I definitely do not do myself any favors at all. I expect people to think for themselves, make decisions for themselves, stick with the things that they like. If they don't like me, don't support me. I mean, it's not that difficult. I mean, I'd rather you add value. I mean, it's what makes my streams possible and makes my streams happen. I still like oh, look, we got 3 views. Hey, thank you for stopping by. Yay. Sorry, I was looking up kimonos before, and I was looking up kimonos before, and I left it on left the browser on that instead of going back to the stream settings. I'm just fooling around here. I'm just kind of messing. I adore this. I'm thinking about actually making like a coffee mug, you know, take the feet out, but have it like this. Maybe even, yeah, no, like that. Something like that, and it would be a coffee mug, and it would wrap around. I might put in extensions in the middle. But right there. I mean, they're all definitely adorable. There's no question about it. I'm very proud of the Dakimakuras. As art. I'm very proud of them. And they, I just wish that more people could see what I see. I'm gonna probably not work on Pocky at all. So this was. I don't know what color I want Pockies to be. Maybe a pink because it's purple. Maybe. Like a pastel pink. Yeah. And this is. This Daki is just absolutely. It was absolutely a lot of fun to draw, and I didn't even finish it. It's just, I have been trying to work out how to do a tentacle, and it's actually 6 tentacles, and I was having them flip flop from edge to edge because as much as it seems like there's a lot of pillow space, there really isn't. And the other thing is the tentacles were coming out of the back, and it would have completely. We get to an arrow. If I had them coming out of the back, it would almost completely just eliminate the model that I drew. It almost wouldn't even be worth it to draw the model. It would be worth it to draw the model, do an afterthought. You know, just do it for where things are and what you can see through. I thought it was going to be easier to do. And then when I realized that I can just have forever tentacles going. You know, no ends. The tentacles just go. The hair is what gave it away. The kimono fabric did help because you have the fabric going over here and over here, and I can always put it underneath. But the idea, like how the hair just goes all the way up and over, all the way up and over on both sides, that is what cued me in on how to do the tentacles and how to do them right. And still I have this problem with the back, but I'll fix it eventually. Like I said, this isn't a day for making decisions. The side elephant bow is, I'm most likely going to go. It's most likely not going to stay at all. Yeah. Yeah, good. I got a not safe for work thing.
Now Sui has a lot of room at the bottom, or at least it seems like, and some little bit of room at the top. But I also made her smaller when I drew her. I made Isekai more the size of the Daki. This is my first, and I think it would definitely make a great coffee mug. Definitely would do something like that. Yeah, actually, probably would start there. That would be the top of it. Maybe even there. There we go, like that. Or wherever it would end up. Do both halves. That would probably be the coffee mug. Let's see if we can get this bigger. Yeah, and I probably would slime the rest of this arm so that it just vanishes into so it almost looks like she's got, both arms behind her head. And if you can't tell, I definitely did that on purpose so I didn't have to draw her hands. I definitely fixed that. But those didn't work so good when I did them. For some reason, I did them very tight and not. Definitely needed to be fixed, but I would love the mug to have at least that, and then I could do the adult one. Yeah, maybe even somewhere around there. But yeah, it would start right here at the horns, and so I would do like a mug like that. That would be fun to do. I'd raffle that off. Lately, I've been trying to figure out how to make a furry cue without insulting people and their culture, the furry culture and the people who do furries. And I did some research in it because I know little to nothing about furries. And I do have a friend who's furry, and I probably should have asked him. I didn't. But the whole premise behind Q is that I never decided whether people are becoming Qs or whether it's Q cosplaying as them. I already had some people say that it's obviously Q cosplaying. Bring up Project Melody. Oh, did not do that right. I already have people saying that it's obviously Q cosplaying as them because and I came back because it literally does look like Q uh, in their outfit. And let's see eyebrows. Um, you know, I have since I'm working on Kuso, I can. Never forget about Kuso. I actually, it was one of those things that, um, yeah. So this was so much fun to do, and I think it's what even sparked me to revisit the Dakimakuras and pretty much just want to finish Kuso's. But yeah, so that was just, and I presented the idea that like if Q's on another world, and it's a world full of Q's, and this is what they look like. This is what VTubers look like on Q's planet. It's the reason why when I first started this whole thing, it's the reason why I say draw VTubers from your planet, is because that was the whole idea behind it. It wasn't supposed to be Q in cosplay. Now, it quickly does change that idea because the second one, this, the second one in there in the picture is that I did not draw this for this. I already drew this prior, so that I could, you know, I was wanting to do a collab with Ham, with Mr. Ham, and I was going to change my model so that I could be this, and on his page during the collab, so we would both be in kind of like pig hoodies. So it's kind of, I thought it was kind of cute. So yeah, I did this a long time ago. I mean, you can also tell why it's a different size. Why it has the weird feet as opposed to the fixed feet. But yeah, so that kind of throws that out the window because that is, and actually I think Ham has brown eyes. Testing my own memory. Where did I put it? Yeah. Let's do a quick check. I was absolutely wrong on both accounts. His eyes are a purplish color, but they are kind of a brownish. Yeah, they are brown. Yeah, so I'm blue-eyed, so it's definitely, this picture is definitely Q as, in Mr. Ham cosplay. But switching over to Lakusa or Iron Mouse, you can see that I changed all their eye colors. So, I mean, yeah, it could be colored contacts, but so that was the idea. So they're really supposed to be beings from my planet. Is the short thing of it, but I do love doing them. They're just absolutely adorable. And people who I've done them for have all been, more than generous with their time, and they even thanked me for doing it, and like I just. There's a reason why I'm almost at 80. Actually, I can tell you exactly what I'm at right now. We are at 86 completed. Yeah, 86 completed. So, the most I ever did before this was 24 for the Christmas card. Yes, we could probably bring the Christmas card up. I'm like on it. Yeah. It's actually me as Santa Claus. Right here. But yeah, the Christmas card, that's only 24. And everybody's pretty much in the same outfit. They're all in onesies with hoods. And really a lot of fun to make. It's this because of this Christmas card is the reason that Pocky I put on a Daki. It's the reason that Pocky's in this onesie, and you can even see that I drew it because of Pocky's boots, but I drew it kind of like it's all one onesie. But I would have loved to have done a unicorn onesie like this. I mean, you can see that I have Ham, I have Luna. Pretty much my only Eddie, the penguin. So I have a raven, a penguin, and a pig. As kind of the only not animal but animal themed onesie. Because we have plenty of kitties, but it's like every single kitty that I did. Every kitty that I did is done as a kitty cat, and then even Suey right here in a little cow outfit. I gave her cow ears and horns. and not part of the the onesie. Those are her ears and horns. So I really only had. I thought I had less actually. I thought I only had 2, but there's really only 3, and then everybody else is just in just regular onesie. Nothing too spectacular. You go right to the big ears. From Final Fantasy, I forgot even what race that is. It is definitely a character race. Is also LFL. But yeah, everybody just normal kids. The horns are underneath. Everybody's just normal. Boring old onesies. Who knows the way then? Yeah, Mr. Ham. Oh. Look at that. Why did that happen? That's in the picture. Oh, I thought I colored it. I guess I didn't. You got this little piece here that did not go invisible, but you got this, which I didn't color. Crazy. Had that done by Thanksgiving. I still can't believe that I pushed so hard on that. Because 2 weeks before Halloween was when I started the trick-or-treating thing, and he said he didn't want me to slap dab it together, real quick. He really wanted to put my heart into it, but I had to rush, I had to hurry, and I put a lot of thought into every single one of those. I used to go to work and doodle and try to make it all work, and I think my biggest regret about the Halloween trick-or-treating is that I set myself up for failure for that. There was no way, after whoever was commissioned to do the original failed them, and giving me 2 weeks to do a freaking commission work, something that they commissioned somebody else to do. I really set myself up for failure on that one, and I poured my heart into it. I think that's what went unnoticed, is that I poured my heart into it. Mostly for people who I didn't even know. Or I knew only in passing. Because there's this whole community thing that was going on, that the connection that was made. I mean, when people tell me that like they came in at the same time I did, um, and they fast bonded with people, and I thought I was fast bonding with people, and I guess I didn't, because I definitely do not have the connection to these people, at least that I thought I did. Um, I am I am literally nothing to them. Um, as a whole. Not again. There's some people in there that, like, I mean, they are the reason. They are the reason I'm still here. So I can't say that it's every single one of them ever. And I might have actually said it, but as a collective group, as a community unto themselves, I've never felt welcomed into it. I've never felt like I belonged in it and that I was ever a part of it. Yeah, it's like the Discord. I started up my Discord months before them. I already had it going, and they were like talking about setting this up and doing these things, and I was just like going, hey, I already have this, you guys can just use it and do whatever you want with it. And I just got completely ignored. Yeah, and I guess that's when like their whole thing, their whole shtick, came into being, because I wasn't a part of it. I like I said, I didn't belong. I tried to insert myself, but nobody was checking me out. Nobody was seeing what I was doing. Nobody cared. Like I said, when Twitch did what it did to me, and suspended me, and I was lashing out, I went through and I just I had, I think 18. No, I think I had 16. I think I had 16 followers at the time before my debut. I know I had over 20 when I finally left, but I had 16 followers at the time, when I was suspended, and I was taken out of everybody who I was following. I was not longer even a part of it. I was trying to I was hemorrhaging this, and for an established affiliate or partner or something like that, they wear the freaking shit like a badge. It's they own it. It's like a badge of honor to get banned, and most of them come back stronger. Let me tell you that everybody's been banned at least. Suspended at least once. It's not banned, sorry, but every Twitch person has been suspended at least once. Just kind of like a show of dominance by Twitch against not for, against their content creators. It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, so what I did was, as soon as the suspension was lifted, I just started getting rid of people left and right. I even made an announcement saying, listen, if you're not following me, I'm not going to follow you. It's that simple. Why would I support people who don't support me? And I had a few, like 4. I think it was 400 and something odd freaking people I was following. I was following so many people. And I just started getting rid of him and following him. the 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 celebration that's going on right now that started a day early. That person wasn't even following me on Twitch. That's why they got unfollowed. Then I had somebody actually come in and say, "Hey, why did you unfollow me?" And I was just like, going, "Oh, I was cleaning out." The people who didn't support me, and they were very offended, very upset the fact that I said that. And so I went back and I followed them again. I knew it was only going to be a matter of time before I was gone, but I followed them back, and they still refused to follow me back. I'm now following. I laugh because I'm now following them with my Twitch account, because this Twitch account does not freaking matter. It's a freaking joke and a half. And yeah, I'm following them. Yeah, I'm following them here on Twitch. And they still haven't followed me here. I finally stopped following them. Finally stopped following them on Twitter, because how ridiculous is that? Freaking absolutely ridiculous that is. You don't know, like, you have no idea how insulting that is. It literally is a slap in the face. Yeah. Freaking slap in the face. I don't even know any of these people. Who are these people? Who are all these people? I don't know them. They don't interact with me. He's acting like I should be following them. Yeah, I could get rid of. I could probably unfollow on Twitch. Easy 200 people. Easy, without even blinking a freaking eye. I can unfollow 200 people already. And I still won't even reach the quota that I have. I'm right back to where I was before, where Twitch was concerned, and it's freaking what drove me crazy. And I think it's the reason why that one person, because I was following them, they weren't following me back, and I was following them, and they freaking reported me. Yeah, I gotta like not follow people. Why is this listed as I'm live? I am not live.
I am not live. Okay, that was bizarre. I don't have anything hooked up for Twitch, and it just listed me as live. That was really a little scary also. Okay, that's set for offline now. Oh, yay! Cat's playing Bioshock. That's cool. Cool beans. I think what bothers me the most by this whole thing, the whole fake family dynamic that we have going on, with being an online streamer, an online personality, and stuff like that, is that it is the same crap that I get from my crappy ass family, and on how I feel all the time. I do not feel supported. And then they turn around and they talk all this stuff, you know. I probably should do the story about with my dad because it's probably the best example of it. My dad came down hard on me as a child. And he's my adopted dad. You know, my biological dad abandoned me when I was 5 years old. But my adopted dad, pretty much who was there, was very strict and very, I believed my entire childhood that I was a rotten kid, that I was just bad, and you know, this is why I'm being punished all the time, because I'm just not good. And there was no escaping it. It was just literally was just life of punishment. In fact, all I wanted to do was escape. And when I pretty much ran away and came back, you know, I always call this like the rubber band effect. I would leave, you know, New Jersey, and try to like make it out someplace else, and then all of a sudden I would just be drawn back to New Jersey again. Something pulled me back, and I would be right back to where I started from, hating my situation and wishing I could leave. But I had left, and then I'd come back. I had no intention when I left, you know, because I quit high school. I quit high school, and I had no intention of doing any more college or anything like that. I was just going to, you know, make it on my own, and that way. And when I came back, you know, I ran into people who knew my dad, and you know, they kind of like, you know, I thought they were giving me the third degree, and I just kind of like brushed it all off and like how I didn't care,
what they thought about me and this stuff. And then they tell me this story of what my dad told them. And they were like, I'm going to put my username as opposed to my real name. So I know I've said my real name a million times, but they, your dad was saying how like, Q could be a doctor and discover, cures to diseases or cancer or this. Q can find, can figure out creative ways to do biofuel and all this other stuff. He thinks differently than everybody else, and he was like literally just complimenting the hell out of me. And I have never talked about this with my dad, but it would have been nice if he said it to me. Just something. I've had nothing from him. And he's not the only one. My entire family still treats me like I'm freaking 13 years old. I left them. I left them all. Gotta get away from them all. I don't think like them. I don't belong with them. And yet I'm drawn together as a family. That's how I feel about what's been going on with the internet. Like, none of these people know me. And it's not like I'm keeping it a secret. It's not like I've I've been keeping these things hidden and stuff like that. In fact, I'm probably more open because there's nobody watching and there's nobody, doing any of this as a participant, that I'm just soloing it. So I'm probably more open. I probably have said more things that are very personal than I have ever. I mean, it's now 3 back. I think it's 50. Is it 57? It could be 57. But I talk about the loss of my son and how devastating that was for me. And it's like I didn't even get any. It has no views. Nobody's even watched it. It is an amazing there's an amazing things going on, and when somebody it's like I'm doing stand-up, I'm doing karaoke, I'm doing all these things to try to improve my streaming, and to have people talk about my comedy, when I talk about my sense of humor and how I've been honing it and everything like that, they're talking about things that like when I was like 9 years old, 10 years old. Who cares? I don't even tell jokes like that anymore. I don't say the word but. Yeah, things I learned as a Cub Scout. Who cares? Things weren't funny back then. And then I realized, oh, that's right. They don't even know. They don't even know that there's an entire stream. There's almost 1,000 hours of viewing things that they could see and they could watch. And so a lot of it's boring, a lot of it, this, and some of it's what you're getting right now from me, and some of it's, art, and I'm not talking, and, I've scuffed mic and this, and I've had computer problems, and I'm literally on my edge, with you know the technology that it's not. I'm not cutting edge anymore. And I never really was cutting edge, but I'm less working through the current technology because I'm using basically arcane equipment. It's I'd love to talk about movies. I'd love to talk about comic books. I'd love to talk about anime. All these things. I mean, like I have so many interests. TV shows that are coming out, and I would love to like have somebody to pal around with and talk about that shit. I have nobody. There's nobody. There's nobody I talk to about that. Not online, not in my real life. Nobody. I was reading comic books for not because I think I'm an avid reader. I did it to help me improve my reading of scripts and stuff like that. But it just, I can't continue something that just literally doesn't get any feedback and doesn't, people aren't like saying like, hey, that's an old comic book. Why don't you pick on something that's new and, maybe read something online. There's so many people who do webtoons and things like that. It'd be so much fun to freaking review them. But I don't have any connection to anybody who's doing webtoons. I don't have anything like that. I would love to do that. I would love to, review their stuff. I would love to do that, but I'm not in a position for it. I should have realized that something was happening that wasn't working when I was able to do OBS and Lord of the Rings online, and that worked out fine the first time I did it, and then I could never get it to work again. And then on top of that, I couldn't get it to work again with anything else. And then it stopped working with things in Steam completely. No more Steam connection. The only thing I've been able to do is what I'm doing now, which is connect Photoshop to OBS. Yeah, it's yeah. I am out of my depth, and I do have many days, not just one or two, and not just a couple bad days. I've had many days where I question why I'm still doing this. And if you watched the morning commute, me talking about my son, it kind of would make sense. And I'm not going to talk about it because it upsets me. It's difficult to talk about. And I spent the entire commute to work because, see, I'm a captive creator at that point. And it took everything that I had.
but I can't escape it because I kept changing the subject. As soon as I realized I changed the subject, I had to change it back. It was certainly not easy. Definitely not easy. To get through that. And I kind of, there is a part of me that doesn't want anybody to see it. And then there's a part of me thinking that the people who really support me, it's kind of they get their own insight into me. We could become closer or something, or some craziness like that. And I am, pleasantly optimistic about the idea I gotta fix that tail. I'm very pleasantly optimistic about the idea that, that a connection could be made. There are so many people that I admire and look up to online, that I kind of wish I was closer with them, and I wish that I did have that connection to them, but I don't. And maybe it's a connection that doesn't really exist. And we're just playing pretend. You can see here that I actually had this drawn out, and I erased it and supposedly fixed it. But I didn't. Okay, now that's where I messed up. And that, in the end of the day, it's all is what it is. And the people who are literally spending their life savings and putting themselves into debt for a connection that will never work out for them. Even if it was working out for them, it never will. It literally, and I know I'm saying literally a million times, but it is the worst possible scenario. Because even winning, even getting everything that they're working towards, they still lose. none of it in the end will be worth it. And there definitely will be tears. And I will be long gone when that happens. Long gone. I won't even come up in their conversation. They won't even say, oh, you know what? Q warned us about this a long time ago, and here it is. And when I say long time ago, I'm talking like 6 months, 7 months. You know, weeks after I'm no longer a part of any of this. All could go crashing down. It can all go crashing down before I'm no longer part of it, but I'm already not. I'm already not part of it. That's the thing. I think that's the thing that hurts the most. Is that as much as I, pretend and scream and shout and yell about everything going on with me, it literally is all a waste. And I am the only reason that I'm doing this is because I just want to say that it never was going to work out. It was a complete and total waste of time. And why did I bother? And so they could come back with, I should probably fix the ear a bit. Definitely looks better. They could come back with, like, that I didn't give it my all, and I'm giving it everything I have. Everything. To the point there is nothing left. The tank is freaking empty. I have nothing more to give. And if they say, oh, you didn't give it enough time, you didn't really work it, I just point to the fact that I have those commuting videos going on still. And I remain consistent. And I never gave up, not even for a second. Not even for a second did I give up. Only thing a person could tell me about my streaming is that there was a way to be successful, and they all gave you the advice, they all told you how to do it, and you decided to ignore them. And my only comment to that only thing I would have to say is that I can't be that. I was never, ever, never, not even for a moment, going to be something I'm not. And that's what I'd have to tell. I can't be something that I'm not. I can't fake this. And who would watch me anyway? People I don't care about, people I don't know, people I will never get close to. People I could never tell, say, what a jerk off you are and how it, how things make me feel and stuff like that. I can, I can't even imagine living, doing streaming and having that, basically fakeness. My whole shtick is for people to be themselves. And if you didn't realize that, you haven't been paying attention. My whole shtick. Everything. Is based on people being themselves. Can you imagine, like, everything I've been saying is just not true? I can't even imagine that. I mean, I know there's a lot of streamers out there like that. I know that's not uncommon, even in the slightest. It's probably more common than uncommon. But I can't even imagine it for myself. Can't even imagine it. I mean, there are people in the community that I belong to that are faker than a $3 bill. And I don't call them out on it, but because I don't care, mostly. But I do play nice because they're part of the community, and I still want to belong. Still want to basically call it my own. I still want to find a home. I still want to have all of that stuff. None of those goals have changed. They're the same goals that I had last year. I just thought this was going to be a lot easier last year than where I'm at right now. Right now, it's just a matter of giving up and just trying to enjoy, creating content, doing it for myself, not worrying about whether other people are watching, because they're not. Nobody's watching. Nobody cares. Even the people that do support me and are the reason that I'm continuing on. I push those bridges that I have with them to the limit and beyond what they would reasonably give me. And it's not fair of me to do that to them. They have their own stuff that they're trying to do. They have their own place that they want to go to, and whatever they're creating. And I have to realize that whatever they are creating for themselves does not include me. And it's certainly not my vision. Ugh. I am just. I think I'm being attacked. So weird having just running antiquated systems, and I think they try to take control over my computer. It's like you take control over my computer, I have nothing, and you're gonna get nothing. I'm basically running on I hope it still works. No, you can't send out spam. Sorry. Okay. I'm still gonna be able to stream. At least I think I will. Yeah, it'll probably end the stream soon. I'm just kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of like, eh. Sorry. I don't know. Maybe I'd be the same. Maybe I would be the same if, you know, I had a lot of interaction and stuff like that. No, I definitely would. If I was monetized, I would definitely be counting the days till my last day. I definitely would. And I know that sounds stupid because I probably shouldn't, but I definitely would. I definitely would be pushing harder and, you know, trying to get as much as I could for the bigger paychecks and, you know, working all that, you know. Oh, how much that suck. That would suck to do. I really wouldn't be having any fun. So in a way, it's good. It's also bad because, you know, I don't really have time for it anymore. And like I'd ask for more time, but, you know, again, like I said, you know, if I was, if I was earning money from doing this, I would definitely be pushing to earn more. Like I said, counting the last days, and it would. With the amount that I put into this already, I can't imagine having to give more. I can't. It's just too much. And then everything comes crashing down. It's too much. I would be doing game streams. It's the only thing I could think of. I'm gonna get going. I don't even know how long I've been streaming for. 2.5 hours. That's 2.5 hours is good. I I I guess I put the counter up, you know, the counter queue. This guy right here. Oh, you can't see it. This guy. Right in here. Boop, boop, boop. Beep, beep, beep. Yeah, this guy, I put them up, and I'm not doing a subathon or anything like that, so, but it's nice to be at 77. It's really nice. I'm it is there's a lot of good things. I mean, there really is. And I definitely want to do better. And this thing becomes like my real family. I want no part of it. I want to run away from it as fast as I can. You can keep it if it becomes that. I made the joke, and it really wasn't a joke, but a serious comment about next time me and my brothers all will be in the same place together. We'll be at somebody's funeral. And now I don't even think that would happen. I don't even think that's possible. I think that it's just all, my fantasy. And that's how I'm starting to feel about this online family. We were so close so fast. Maybe that's what it is. That it wasn't earned. And I thought our agendas aligned, and they didn't. And I'm an old man. And some of you guys are kids. And I know you guys haven't really treated me like an old man, and we haven't really gotten into it, but I think I'm feeling it. It's just horrible to say. Horrible way to feel. Especially with how nice most of the community has been. Everything will change. It's the only guarantee that I have. And like they said, this too shall pass. Sorry, I'm not like. I wish I wanted to tell jokes and stuff like that and be kind of fun. But bringing this up, working on it on an older version of Adobe Photoshop, and getting it all situated, and that's pretty much what I spend a lot of my time doing, is basically transferring things back to the older version. And sometimes it works really good, sometimes it's easy to do, and sometimes it's very difficult. Everything's running slower. Even I think I'm running slower. Um, yeah. 2.5 hours. So you can do this. As always, cool beans. Alright? Guys, take care of yourselves. Be well. Um, I might check out some things and that's about it. But you know, once I stop this stream, I can go back on Discord. Probably take me 2 hours, and in 2 hours I'll be in bed. So it's probably not even worth it to try to get on back on Discord. So I might tweet some things and work it, but it was really really fun. I know it doesn't seem that way, but I'm like very happy to be working on the Dakimakuras again. I love this art. I mean, it's like its own art style, all unto its own. It's so much fun to do. It's way out of my comfort zone of what I'm used to doing art wise. I'm also doing it right handed, which I know I mentioned before, but right handed art is just really wacky to me. It's like I'm not drawing it. It's really weird. Um, and I definitely have you can see how many times I try to do the same line and I'm repeating. I definitely don't have the same steady hand that I do with my left, and I definitely don't have the same confidence that I do with my left hand. And it's also done with a mouse, which that of itself is a whole thing. All right, but you take care. As always, cool beans. All right, and oh yeah, and also as always, if you watched this video all the way up until this point, or if you skipped to this point, either way, write cool beans in the comments below. It just lets me know that you support me, and yeah, I can't thank you enough if you do. If somebody does do that, it's gonna be like an amazing thing, and I don't. It's not a test. It's not a test to see who's watching and stuff like that. It's just, I know that I had one person watch the entire sleep stream, and whoever did that, they're amazing to me. And if you're one of these amazing people, just write cool beans so I know who the amazing people are. And don't even worry about whatever anybody else thinks, because they don't matter. Alright? So, yeah, cool beans. Alright, take care.